Are we here, guys? Did we do it? Can you see me? Let's see. I think I'm there. Are we here, guys? All right. Here we go. I see you. This is the first time I'm doing a solo live stream, and it's like all planned out. Everything was lined up, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, cool, the countdown's going on. I'm going to be live any second. And then I start talking and there's nobody there. There's just me on the screen and nobody can hear me. So anyway, here we are. I had to hit a little button off to the right-hand side that I didn't know about. Thanks for joining me. How many people we have in here? I'm going to go and do a little heads up here and check really quickly and do a little quick Google. See what we have in here. All right. There we go. We've got Air Blair. We've got McIver Dad, Tony Piazza, Mike Savicki, I know you. Adam Mock, I know you. Joey Uncaged MTV, I know you. All the goods are in here. And myself, I'm here too. I'm about to jump on a Peloton ride and watch you because it's flipping soggy. Yeah, it's raining out here, guys. I feel like I need to catch up on the day today. Today's gone kind of all over the place for me. I woke up and I was going to ride the luge today, and it rained all through last night. And I know the luge holds up pretty well, but I just figured I'm not going to drive 45 minutes out and then get stuck in clay. So I'm going to give it a day. Then I looked at the weather, and it's supposed to rain tonight, tomorrow, and the next day. When it rains in SoCal, apparently, we have to wait 9 months for it to rain. Then it rains for 2 weeks straight. I wish we had some balance, but hey, beggars can't be choosy. We have some rain, and it's going to be some hero dirt for the next few weeks at least. And it looks like we're going to have a soggy winter, which is good. We need the water. And basically, my wife is off this week, and she had the idea of like, hey, let's go to Palm Springs for the night. So we got a nice fancy room over here in is it India Wells? Where are we? Palm Desert. And we're at the Sands Hotel. And went to Eureka, got some chicken wings, and I'm having a nice cold beverage here. I haven't done this in a long time, so I wanted to catch up with you guys at the end of the year and do a little bit of chatting with you and talk about some things that happened this year, from the last 12 months, and some things I'm excited about, not only in the next month, but things I want to do going into 2022 for the channel, for me, for you guys, for people on Patreon. I'll run through the gamut with you guys. So I do know that some of you guys got on San Juan today, which is an amazing ride. If you guys, I get a lot of questions. I'm going to be going off the rails all over the place tonight because there's no one here to keep me on my path except for my wife over there and Pip. But yeah, the rain, I'm talking about the rain. If you guys are looking for a great trail to ride in the rain and right out of it, it's San Juan. There's something about that dirt there that keeps. And it just doesn't get soggy or muddy. It's perfect. So if you were looking for a SoCal ride to do this week, check out the San Juan Trail. It's actually one of my recent videos. If you want a little trail guide to ride there, I did with Blair and Ryan from who just moved to Oregon. And yeah, that's my 2 cents about today. I don't know if I'm going to stay in the Palm Desert area for the next couple of days or not. We might hit up Joshua Tree tomorrow because basically my wife never has days off, and it's raining this week and we got nothing to do, and it's snowing up in the mountains. I'm scared to go up there, to be honest with you, because I know that the 18 to go up to Lake Arrowhead like fell off the radar. Like the friggin' road fell into the side of the cliff. I saw a photo of it. So I think it was Don that posted that. I don't know. Somebody posted a photo of the 18's road just collapsing into the nowhere, the nowhere lands, and you can't ride up there that way. So in order to get up to Big Bear or Lake Arrowhead area, you have to go take one of 2 roads, and basically getting blizzard conditions the next 2 days. Don says go off the rails. I feel like a piece of food just shut out of my mouth. Oh man. I do have some kind of format. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing a format for these things, but I did build myself some kind of list to attend to, because I can just go off the cuff into nonsense land and talk about meatball subs and sausages for the next 4 hours, but I won't do it because my wife's here and she's going to get annoyed at me if I do that. I do that to her enough. So let's get into it a little bit. Updates. This is kind of a big update for me. Let me take a big sip real quick because this is a big update. Okay, good sip. Ryan Dirty, nice to meet you at the Sedona Festival as well. I remember you had some crazy ass onesie on, I think, or something like that. Do a kickflip, Tony. I will. Okay, not right now though. Update. January 15th. For you guys that are here, let's see. I'm going to count how many are here right now. 60 of you are here right now. There's going to be my first group ride that's not just designated for Patreon. Obviously, people on Patreon are welcome to come, but we're going to do my first ride that's going to be hosted by the YT Mill in San Clemente. It's going to be on a Saturday, January 15th at 9 a.m. If you guys want to join us, that'd be amazing. YT is going to have bikes, but I would suggest you guys going out there and not out there, but go onto their website. And if you want to demo a bike for that day, get in there and do it now because they're going to go quick. I don't think there's more than 20. So if you want to get a decoy, or if you want to get a Jeffsy or a Capra or something like that, you have to do it online. And we're putting the artwork together right now to promote that together, which is awesome for me. It feels good to have YT have my back and be promoting this ride on their end on social media as well as mine. So I'm expecting a good turnout and this is kind of a first time I've ever done anything like this where I can invite the masses. And Danny Thompson, sorry, thank you for the pizzas. Danny, we did. I'll get to you in a second. Let me finish this. We're gonna do a group ride. I got through that part of it, but yeah, demo bikes, get those online if you want to come out. It's the first time we're gonna do it without Patreon, and it's gonna be an intermediate ride, and we're gonna end on a couple black trails. So it's gonna be one of those things you can drop in and out of. And YT is gonna be hosting it with me, so we're gonna have some of the YT Meal crew out on the ride with us. We're gonna do some food, beers, coffees, that types of things. I'll be posting it the next week or two when we get through the facts of it. But anyway, I wanted to get that out there first and foremost. That's a pretty fun update. And the mill is also going to be doing things like that with professional riders and locals, and doing group rides that are now that we're moving into different territories as far as COVID or whatever, even though we're not. It is a bit of whatevs. We're moving forward regardless, and we're going to be doing group rides, and the mill's going to be doing those, I think, once a month. So I know Cab's going to do one soon too. So that's that. Let's jump into the comments here. I'm going to catch up with you guys really quick. Danny Thompson, thank you so much. He's a part of our Patreon crew, and we had a contest giveaway about what's your favorite frozen pizza, and he is a pizza man apparently, and he sent myself to just primo Chicago pizzas from Heather, was it La Marietta's? Lemonades. Delicious, and they come like fresh frozen, if that makes any sense. And it was delicious, and it was like we were eating a Chicago pizza for dinner that night, and it came in a frozen bin. Danny, that was above and beyond. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Also updates. I've got I took this week off, if you guys haven't noticed. The holiday just kind of got ahead of me, and I was almost done with the video. I'm doing a first ride video for the new YT decoy that I have, and I've having a blast on that thing. We can get into the logistics. Logistics is the wrong word. Deep into my opinions on having an e-bike, never having one before, and coming from the other side of things to the dark side, I guess you could say. I never thought I'd have an e-bike, or at least I thought I would have one in 10 years. And then the more I learned about what e-bikes have to offer, the more I was intrigued and the more excited I got about it. To be honest with you, it's a different type of brain that I've been riding in, because when I go out on the decoy now, I'm not just trying to figure out how much energy I'm going to have. It's more about how many descents do I want to get out of today, and then you start thinking about like, it starts to feel like a bike park ride, especially in Laguna and Aliso. Um, I don't want to get too braggy or too one-sided with this because I've been having so much fun on the decoy. Um, I'm going to put a lot of this stuff in the video, but let's just say that I've been having a good time, and I'm not going to go 100%. Obviously, on the decoy, I have 3 bikes of the Capra, the Jeffsy, and now the decoy. I'm going to be using them accordingly. I think the Jeffsy and the Capra have their places in my cycle for sure, but having that decoy in there for certain rides like Velocity Bike Park is just a blessing. Like some of the climbs I do, and even when I had the trail bike, I'd be like, man, imagine if I had an e-bike. And now I do, and now I can ride on those types of rides. So it's really been a great experience having that option. And I want to be able to talk about that with you in more detail and show you what I'm talking about next week. So next Monday, that'll be that video. I did ride Noble Canyon recently, which was super fun. First time for that. That was an experience that is riding through microclimates. I have said this in a bunch of my videos, but that's kind of one of my favorite things to do. I mean, you're in the forest, you're above, you're kind of first, you start out in the rocks. There's not much growing up there. And you go into the forest, pop out in the desert, and it's almost like just traveling through different layers of planets, and all that in one mountain bike ride. And I will say, suffice to say that Noble Canyon, don't let it fool you, has climbing. Even though it's a shuttle, you're going to be putting your work in here. Let me get through. Let me take a look at some of these comments. Rich DiCarlo is here. Merry Christmas, my friend. He is one of the Rich DiCarlo is the person that introduced me to mountain biking back in Connecticut. I will say this now. We worked at a shop together. He's Rich. You have been and always will be one of my best friends, even though we haven't talked to each other in a while. He just threw me one of the rental bikes there for the season. It was a Giant Rain, and that's what got me hooked. He just gave it to me to take home with me, and that's where that little the itch started. And he showed me so much. He'd take me out I think we went on the middle of a lightning storm in Connecticut at one point, and we had to stop before the meadows or the flat sections to let the lightning hit, and then pedal through it to get back into the forest. I had a gash in my leg with a scar. He band-aided up for me after that. Rich, good to see you. Thanks for being here, buddy. You're out in Florida right now. Oh, I didn't expect to see you here. That's awesome. Who else do we have in here? We got any questions? Oh, yeah. Give me some questions, too. While I'm talking, as I usually do, I want to be able to filter through some questions that you guys have. Or if anything else is coming up for you guys, or what you'd like to see. I also want to hear what types of content that you guys are looking for in 2022. This is also I want it to be informative for me too, because I want to take some kind of information from you and be able to utilize that going into the next year. One of the things I do miss doing is trail guides. I would love to do some more of those, but in Orange County and in Southern California where I live, it's kind of hard to do that because I've kind of done almost all of them. But it might be a good idea to go back and do some updates, especially on trails that have been updated or some new routes. One thing I'm going to be working on, I don't know if it's going to be happening very soon because they're getting dumped on right now, is Sky Park. We're due for a trail guide update for Sky Park. I know a lot of you guys already know how Sky Park rides, but like it's some things like that. Like I want to do some revisiting to some of my favorite places and do an updated trail guide with the editing skills with what I think that I can offer now as an update, because I feel like the channel's come a long way. And so have some of the production values. So to throw up a drone in some of our favorite trails and talk about what options you have in certain places would be awesome. Let's see. Let me go through is Downeyville on the schedule for 2022? I'm going to get to that. And yes, it is. One of the things I would love to do is a group trip to Downeyville and work with the hotels there and the restaurants. That's one of the ideas I've had. So give me a thumbs up or something like that if you guys think you'd be interested in taking a long, maybe like a 3 or 4 day trip, long weekend to Downeyville and get some of those riding in. It'd be awesome to have some kind of like hosted trip where we have like, let's wake up at this time, the shuttle leaves here, we're going to have this for lunch, and everything's kind of catered to for a discounted price. And I think that we'd be able to do something like that with the people in Downeyville. I've gotten, I don't want to say close to them, but we're definitely become friendly, and we've talked about some things. So yeah, there's a lot of thumbs up coming in. So that is something that I'm going to be working on going into the spring. Maybe we'll do that before they close out in the fall. I'm going to be going to Santa Cruz, not this week, but the next week with Mark from Scouts Out. I'm looking forward to bringing the decoy up there as well as the Jeffsy, and they're getting dumped onto right now, some rain. And I've always gone to Santa Cruz when it's summertime, which is always fun to go to Santa Cruz, but I've never gone there when it's in the rainy season. So we're taking some chances it might rain on us, but that loam there is going to be fantastic, and I'm looking forward to getting into some of those big redwoods and getting some riding in there too with my buddy. Whew, I feel like I haven't stopped talking in a minute. All right, let's check out some of these comments. Who we got? We got a lot of thumbs up for Downeyville. Let's see. AJ says, what was a new skill or obstacle feature you learned over this last year that's most memorable? This is going to sound kind of boring, but it's not a big jump. It's not anything that's like, I feel like that you'd be able to say like, I learned a trick, but I've definitely gotten more comfortable with getting more aggressive into turns, faster in the corners, and digging my tires in to the dirt. And coming from that SoCal looseness, that feels pretty good because you never really know when your tire's going to give out when it's that loose around here. So riding different terrain in Utah and coming from different environments and going on travel trips has really helped with that, because it's helped me acclimate to different styles of trails. And riding, to be honest, riding the Deer Valley Bike Park really helped with that. They have a really great sampling of old school trails, and when you get into the woods there, it's always pretty damp because they get a little bit more rain than we do. So just slapping the corners in there and feeling more comfortable on the steeper stuff, I would say more bike time, the more comfortable you're always going to be on your bike. And that's something that I always advocate for. Like, it's not always about going out there and practicing, like practicing, like I need to work on my turns. That's something, do that. But sometimes just getting time on your bike seat for me, same thing happening with skating, is it always just felt like I was progressing even when I wasn't trying new tricks. The more time and the more comfortable you are on your bike balancing and learning how the bike feels and weights underneath you, the more comfortable you look and the more style you get riding the bike, right? And riding the skateboard. And that's kind of one of the things that I took away from me this year. One of the things that made me stop and think about that was getting knocked out. I should talk about that for a second. I did get knocked out this year, the first time in my entire life, and I'm pretty good with leaving that as one and done. I did need to slow down a little bit after getting knocked out. For those of you that didn't see, I have a video that's basically talks about this and goes through it. The GoPro landed perfectly where it shows my face just immediately going into snore mode. I'm out for like 7 seconds and then pop back up. And I talk about what it felt like and what I was going through. But anyway, one of the things I didn't do after that, I didn't talk about this much, is I didn't really slow my roll. I didn't try to like, let's start from scratch again. Let's build your confidence up. No, I was just like, all right, let's go. I had all these things I wanted to do on the bike and videos I wanted to do and things I wanted to jump off. And what happened was my confidence wasn't there, and I was sending it anyway, and I was crashing constantly. And I made a video about that too, where I was like tired of it. I was like, you know what? I got burnt out. I'm tired of crashing. I was like, I'm too old for, basically kind of too old for this shit. I said, and sorry, I swear, but I felt like that. I felt like, what happened? And what happened was I wasn't taking the time to get back to my roots and appreciating just feeling that rubber and the dirt underneath my tires. And wow, thank you very much, Chase Pest, for you. Thanks for the $19.99. That's going to go towards Santa Cruz gas money. That's for sure. Thank you very much. And getting back to what I'm talking about, yeah. But I ended up finding my nucleus. I ended up finding the passion for it again and slowing my roll, and then coming back down, having fun again on the bike, and then that's when progression started again for me. It wasn't just about like, I don't know, just about like sending it. That mentality is just going to get you in trouble. You're going to end up just, the confidence is, it's not going to be as fun. It's going to be scary every time. And you may get away with it a couple times, but if you don't have that confidence there built in, that fun factor goes away. And it's just, you're kind of like on eggshells waiting for something bad to happen. You go into an obstacle, you want to feel like you could see it through and it's going to be fun. If you don't feel like that, don't do it. I wasn't listening to that little voice in my head for a while, and that's what ended up happening. Middle-aged mountain biker. Hey, what's up, buddy? You doing Sedona again in March? I don't know. I probably not. I got to be honest with you, I was there this last time around. I've been to Sedona probably 5 times in the last 2 years. I don't know. I'm not going to say definitely no. But I don't have anything booked right now. Usually by this time, if you don't have anything booked in for the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival, you're kind of out of luck because the places fill up so fast. Time for a sip. Don, do you know how to wheelie or manual? Maybe you do a series on that. I am really terrible with that. I never put enough time into learning it, but whenever I try, I can do a little bit of it. I just always forget. Thank you, buddy. Middle-aged masher, $9.99. I like the 99s. The 2 cents isn't going anywhere, right? It just looks a little bit nicer. I appreciate it. AZ check-in, Old Man MTV. Hey, what's up, buddy? Let's see what we got here. Wow, we got 80 of you. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Heather, say hello. Say hello. Hi. That's not what she sounds like. She's being very sweet right now. Usually she's like, hello. It's not true. Got the worst look just now. I know. I've seen a ranger on Laguna Coast ticket an e-biker and made them leave the trails. Ooh, that's terrible, Jim. I have not seen that. I thought there was kind of a gray area with that lately. That's sad. Let's see what else we have going on here. I should hit mountain break. Okay. I'm going to go back into my little list for a second. Year in review is what I've written down. I went to happy hour with my wife and wrote this down. Got knocked out. Best trip, Park City, Utah, Solitude. That was my best trip because my wife flew in to Solitude and I was there for a week and I was able to ride Park and some of those amazing Wasatch Mountain descents. Weirdest ride. You know, I'm right next to this. Weirdest ride was Joshua Tree. Wait, Adam, tell me more. Give me some more. Adam says Laguna's cracking down on e-bikes because Crystal Cove just made them. Sorry, so every time I move, you guys get this like bright ass light in your eye. I'm gonna try to stay in front of that. I'm limited here. There's no desk in the hotel room, so I had to have just like this piece of wall art here, and then just this like random hotel wall. So I apologize for that. I had big plans for tonight, but we're in Palm Springs. Wild Meth, thanks for the $1.99. Appreciate that, buddy. That's going to go towards a coffee tomorrow, a half a coffee. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. He's a Patreon guy. I love him. Man, it sucks hearing that people are cracking down on the e-bikes. I just got one. I know Crystal Cove made them legal recently. Hike, bike, sleep, repeat says, are you going to try and do Palm Canyon Trail while you're there? No, not right now. I'm just here with the fam, but I might do that. I'm planning to do that before it gets to be, too hot out. I have never done that. And I have a decoy now. And I feel like that 6 hours can be limited down a little bit. I've heard amazing things. Air Blair, thank you very much. $9.99ers. It means a lot in the holidays. All this is going to go to the Santa Cruz Fund. So I appreciate you, buddy. Blair, we got to ride recalendars. For those of you that know, that's an amazing trail in Laguna. So Adam says, posting rangers at Willow staging area. Ooh, I didn't know that. One stopped me, but I have a legit certificate to ride my e-bike. Jeez. That's sad. Anyway, one of the things you could do is play dumb because Crystal Cove, if you start up there, it's legal. And Laguna Wilderness Park is right next to it. So the parks kind of intertwine. In fact, some of the trails go right through each other. Jeez, I'm not even taking big sips. Yeah, Air Blair is legit one of the raddest guys out there. I agree. Middle age, hit us up if you're going to be there. It'd be cool to ride together. What else do I have here? Weirdest ride was Joshua Tree. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever ridden Joshua Tree, but it's just feels like you're riding in a different planet. Like you're not really ever going down or up anything, even though you feels like you should be. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever ridden, but one of the oddest because you're in either on a rock or you're in a sand pit. But that's at the same time, like when you're in it, it just feels like such a pain in the ass. But then you stop and take a look around you, and you're just like in one of the most beautiful scenic places that you've ever been. It's literally the place I'm talking about is the video I did at Joshua Tree. It's right just a few hundred yards outside of Joshua Tree National Park. And the thing that's cool about it is that you can't ride mountain bikes in Joshua Tree National Park off the road. So this is about as close as you're ever going to get to riding that terrain. And I know they're constantly building in there. And whoa, hike, bike, sleep, repeat. Thanks for the 20, buddy. Super sick. Dude, I follow you on Insta too, man. You're always doing rad stuff. You're one of those guys that is always out there. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Brett Hall says, slow down, Tony. Heather, am I talking too fast? I'm talking too fast. That's what I do. Let's see with any park building local stuff here in PV Peninsula. There's an article. MacGyver Dad, thanks for the $9.99, man. Appreciate that support for Pupper Pip's treats, and he needs those. He loves his treats. We're gonna have to get Pip over here in a minute. Is he? He's sleeping? He's good. All right. Time for a big sip. Wait, what? Saw the servant. Just got back from a ride and unfortunately broke my arm. Oh, man. What happened, buddy? That's awful. Honestly, hearing stuff like that. Ah, man. All right. What else we have in here? Let us know what happened if you could. If you give us a little synopsis, a little synap. In the meantime, anything that you guys want me to hit that you haven't seen in Santa Cruz? I'm thinking about riding a trail called Pipeline. It's just outside Santa Cruz to the right-hand side. I'm going to hit Demo for sure. I'm going to hit Flow Trail. You can't go to Santa Cruz and not hit Braille and Flow. That's on my list. One of the things I really want to hit going into 2022 is Bentonville. Is anyone raise their hand if they've been there? Because I'm looking for an Airbnb or someplace to stay when I go there. I don't really know anything about it. Usually I'm pretty good with researching places. All I do is just I feel like if I get a place somewhat in the downtown area, I'll be good. Sure. Oh, I've hit Hype Bike, Sleep Repeat. I've been to Hold the Crooks. I made a video, but I have to go back now. I heard it's pretty good in the rain. I know we should do. Oh man, I feel like when I'm hanging out here with you guys, I feel like I'm about to say like we should all go to do this. Like it feels like such a group. I'm like, let's just all go to Bentonville, all 80 of us, and just get a place together. Pip is sleeping. Heather's gonna bring him over and say hello. Is he really out? All right. He's got to. Is he fully sleeping? Oh man, Pip. Hey Pip. He's being a baby. I want you guys to see Pip. He's looking pretty cute right now though. Pip, come say hello. Fruta for sure. Oh Who is it? Wrong way.
No, Pippies. Oh, he hates it. All right.
He was fully sleeping. He looks like a rat.
He does not.
Right now he does.
No.
Go over there and go back to sleep. All right. He's usually in better spirits. He's over there sleeping underneath the deliciously comfortable bed we have. Man, I think we really treated ourselves tonight, didn't we? It is nice. Yeah. We went to I gotta get that light out of your eyes. I apologize. I'm like a leaner. There we go. Wait, hold on. There we go. Don, thank you. 1990, the 99s. I love it. The 1999s. Super sticker. Thank you, Don. I was thinking about doing another Laguna ride, Don. That's the last time I think we saw you on the Patreon ride. For those of you that aren't familiar with Patreon, Don, thank you so much. Going straight to the next trip. I hope I didn't miss anybody. We did a Laguna ride. For those of you, I was going to say Patreon. If you guys want to get on group rides, join us over on Patreon. We're doing once per month Patreon rides. We just did one at Velocity. I don't do a video every single time because I want to hang out and get to know everybody. And now that I know everybody, it feels like I'm just riding with my friends. So we have an amazing community, an amazing group over there. That's my pitch. I don't really need the $4 a month, even though all of it goes to help the channel. It's more of just like building that community. And I'm super appreciative for everyone that's over there. We do giveaways all the time, and I feel like everybody's become pretty good friends. It's a pretty rad little spot. Eric Blair, my daughter London was watching with me. She said, "Thank you for showing Pip." You're welcome. I tell her say hello, and hopefully he'll come back. He's like he had food and he's taking a nap over there, but he's doing good. I get a lot of people that ask how he's doing, and he's doing fantastic. He's like just as annoying as he used to be, so that's perfect. Like when your dog is annoying, that means he's healthy. Dan K says, Tony, which YouTube channel do you watch besides your own? There's quite a few that I subscribe to. I mean, I always watch Seth Bike Hacks. Who else am I out there where I'm watching? Paul Punter's got some good stuff. Paul's basically got some good insight. He's one of those guys that we can talk to. So I'll give you guys a little secret. Us YouTubers have a Slack group where we all kind of hang out and talk to each other. And he's always got good advice because he comes from a video background. So it's nice to go and ask questions and then use them accordingly. Not every piece of advice is worthwhile. I'm learning as I get into the channel because some are opinion facts. If that makes sense, opinion facts. That doesn't make sense. Some of them are opinions, and some of them are just like helpful pointers to help you clean up your video and get to the point. And Paul's one of those guys. Who else? Skills with Phil. I really like watching Skills with Phil because he's an amazing writer, and I really like the way he talks. He's got a unique way of speaking. And PCPOV and Van Yuka. Those two are my go-to faves. And I was lucky enough to ride with them this year. But yeah, there we go. Any more questions? Fill them, send them my way. Have you thought about any overnight backpacking adventures? Yes. I think when it gets a little bit warmer, I'm going to start trying to get into that. It's funny you mentioned that. I just bought quate rack, hitch and rack for the Tacoma and lid, so that I can start putting actual storage and luggage in the back, because on travel trips, it's hard to take the Tacoma and utilize any storage in the back when I stop somewhere, because people can just steal my bags out. So it's kind of a game changer for that, putting all the goodies in there for camping and keeping the bikes out the back. So that's something I'm looking forward to it. Sanwat Huss says, I'll look into that. MTV Rad, where's my invite, Tony? I'm sorry, buddy. Tonight is just for me and the wife. So you are not invited tonight. But maybe tomorrow, if we stay in Joshua Tree, I'll hit you up. Maybe we can get some dinner or something like that. Let's see. Who else? I see Don. I see. I hear you. Middle age. Any cool MTB Christmas gifts? Not really. Here's the thing. I feel like Heather knows better than to get me any mountain bike Christmas gifts because I'm like the hardest to shop for because if I want something, I just go and buy it or I get it for free. And it's not a brag, but as the channel has grown, I will say people like sending stuff for free. And it's weird because you do a channel for so long. I've had a full-time job on the side forever. And then you get to a certain point, and all that work starts to come to fruition where people want you to review their products and do this and that. And then that's when you have to kind of be picky. But with that comes just like some cool free stuff that saves you some money, like sponsors and gear and stuff like that. So I feel like for her to buy me mountain bike stuff, I think I told her not to. Don't worry about it because it'll end up just working itself out. MT Red, I've got a lunch recommendation for you. Fantastic. Let me know. I would shoot me a text. Did you beat Halo yet? Sal D wants to know. No, I don't know if I'm a huge Halo fan. I'm in the middle of it, and I keep going back and forth with it. I went and got stuck. I'm a big gamer, you guys, so bear with me. If any of you guys are gamers, give me 30 seconds. I went back and played Demon Souls Remastered for PS5, and I got stuck in that vortex for about a month and a half and absolutely loved it. And I'm counting the days until Elden Ring comes out in February and Horizon New Dawn and the new God of War. Right now I'm playing Spider-Man, I think, and we just went to watch Far From Home Spider-Man. I'm in the last few weeks. Like this is just where I come from, the East Coast. Winter means video games. Winter means like getting dark early and you're freezing your ass off. So there's something that happens to me in the wintertime where I just switch over to like video game mode. Mountain bike during the day, games at night. That and Curb Your Enthusiasm. If any of you guys are Curb fans, the last one was pretty good. Okay. What do we have here? Pappy and Harriet's. That's true. I've been there before and I can't wait to go back. What's up, Rich on Two Wheels? Yeah, you're one of those. You're one of those guys. World of Warcraft. No, I don't think I've ever played World of Warcraft, but I heard it's pretty immense. My wife is a huge Fable fan, so she's waiting for the new Fable to come out. Looking at my list here, let's see what we have left. Some places I want to go to revisit this year or go to. Squamish in Vancouver. Huge on my list. I went there twice 2 years ago. I feel like this time I'd like to drive up there and just stop in Oregon, stop in Bellingham, and just kind of, I mean, that would be a huge road trip though. I mean, that would be like a month away, maybe more, but I'd like to see a way to figure out how to make that happen. And I still haven't been to Moab, and I've been in Utah so many times now, and all I have to do is go like an extra 6 hours to the right. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Street Fighter. I have to answer that immediately. Oh, I'm a Street Fighter guy. And my family's on the East Coast, so I'm thinking about doing some kind of family visit East Coast thing and go to Vermont, hit up some bike parks up there, and get back to where I originally started riding. You know, like I think there's some bike park stuff in my hometown where I grew up. I don't know how great it is, but I want to find out. That's kind of where I see going into next year. And if you guys have any recommendations on places where I should be, or if you're out there somewhere, invite me. Let me know where you're at, because I want to go to some places that aren't always on the grid. They don't always have to be a Moab or a Sedona or anything like that. They could just be a rad place with some local trails that maybe people don't know about that should. So I'm open to doing that as well. RW wants to know my favorite trail system in OC. Definitely Laguna. I love just driving to Laguna and not knowing what I'm going to ride, because it's there's so many trails there. You can park in so many different places and just figure out your loop once you get down there. And that's why I'm always there. I get bored pretty easily of trails, so I just go down there and think of a loop when I park, and I'm like, let's add in this one trail that you haven't hit in like 6 months, and that makes it feel all new again. Thanks, Chase. Appreciate the compliment. Top of the world trails. Yes, I want to hit Telonix more this year. New Dog, what's up, man? Great riding with you at Big Bear this summer as well. I would love to come to Boise. That's definitely one of the ones that I have on my little list here. It would be rad to have a guide too, man. Hit me up. I would love to go out there. What do you get of having gravity bikes doing the shock service you talked about? Thanks. Love your channel. Larry Levin. What do I get out of having to do my shocks? Everything. Gravity Bicycles is the shop I work with, and having them do my shocks it was a game changer for me. Like it was like my bike wasn't riding the way it should before I had them do that. And I know that they're professionals there, but if you're not in the area and you can't go to them, go to someone that knows what they're doing, because I didn't know. All I did was go by the chart for my front fork and back fork and back shock. I would just go and then click. Here's my weight, height. Click, 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 and I left it. But that's not how it goes. Like, that's just more of a suggestion. If you have someone there looking at how you ride and seeing where things are lying after you put them in, that's a starting place. They place things where they should go after the fact. And you don't know how much you weigh with your packs on, with all there's so many little things that go on when you're getting things like that dialed in. And it was a game changer for me, for sure. And an enlightening experience, like, what? Kaz, $49.99. Are you kidding me? He just bought me Elden Ring. I'm just kidding. Just was filled the gas tank for Santa Cruz, man. Kaz, thank you so much. I'm unworthy. That is the largest I've ever seen in a I don't even know what to call the super stickers anymore, man. I'm above and beyond thankful. You have no idea how much how far that goes. Thank you so much, Kaz. Appreciate you, buddy. Dang, you guys are killing it tonight. You're making me feel very verklempt. What's that from? Verklempt, Heather?
I think you're saying that wrong.
I'm saying it wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they understand, though. That's that's what she said. Oh, man, Cass, thank you so much for all of you guys, by the way, for the super stickers and the donations tonight. You guys, it's the holidays. It goes a long way. Appreciate you. And all that stuff, honestly, just goes, all the stuff I get from YouTube just goes into a separate place going into trips. So, yeah, huge thanks, man. Damn. Appreciate you. Middle-aged Master says best show ever is Arrested Development. Yeah, that's one of them. That is for sure one of them. I've been Netflix binging lately. Obviously, Squid Game. I just finished a series this week called The Silent Sea. I think it was a foreign film, a Korean series on Netflix. Let's see. Here we are. Where we at? Wow, you guys, we got almost 100 people watching right now. It's crazy to think about. If I had 100 of you in front of me, I'd be so nervous. But I have all of you just in this little, just staring at my face, talking to you guys. It's not as overwhelming. It's just crazy how that works. Tony, ex-SoCal rider. Glad to see you're one of the few riders that venture out of California. Come to North Carolina. I would love to come to North Carolina. I would love to go everywhere, to be honest with you. I'm contemplating doing a huge road trip this year where I'm just gone for a little while, but I just don't know. Do I want to go north? Do I want to go east? Or where do I want to fly? I've got a nice bike bag. We'll have to figure that out. I feel like this is going to be a big year for the channel, and for me, as far as riding goes. I feel like I'm in a good place as far as my confidence and what I'm comfortable with doing. I think this past year was one of those years where I had to figure out where my line was with trying things. Like, you guys probably know, like, there's that line when you come to where you're I think I can push it, and then there's that line where the line is 2 steps ahead where you push it anyway, and that's when you get hurt. I'm always comfortable with pushing right on the line, but I think I was pushing it a little bit further past. I think I got to move the line up a little bit in order to get to certain things that I was just trying to jump forward with. Anyway, Rad Dad just texted me a place. Thanks, dude. I'll look at that in a minute. I just saw the text come in. Jim Straw says, I'm always worried that one big accident by someone on an e-bike or non-e-bike could close trails to us. I see idiot riders buzz hikers all the time instead of stopping or slowing. I mean, that's just how it goes, right? There's just always a bad apple in the group, and there's always a bad mountain biker in the group. There's always a bad e-biker in the group, and it sucks because we're the ones that have the bikes out there, and the hikers are just them on their own. And it always seems like hikers have more pull. For whatever reason, they know the rangers more because they're more involved. We're just happy to be out there riding the trails and having fun. And then to them, we're crazy. I grew up like that. These crazy skaters, these crazy mountain bikers, they go so fast. Well, it's like, if you go to different places, I really liked the way Laguna had, where they had those trails designated for just downhill mountain biking only. And then we got used to that for 3 months, and then they took it away. I was so pissed to see that those signs that they said as of December 1st or whatever it was, they took away the downhill trails for mountain biking. So now we have to worry again. There's going to be hikers coming up these fast downhill trails that we got accustomed to blazing down and not having to worry about. And it's just like, why even do that experiment if you're not going to stick with it? Why is it even an experiment? There's hiking trails for days, for everywhere. It just makes everything safer to have a couple trails that were basically only used like for mountain bike downhill trails anyway. That's what they were mostly used, like TNA, Lynx. Like, come on, give us a couple. Noon Dog. Noon Dog, thanks for the 1999, buddy. I'm a happy New Year, Tony. Get with Mark and see you in Boise, dude. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, and had a blast with you at Snow Summit this summer. I would love to come up to Boise too. Let's arrange a trip, man. It's not too far. It's kind of a drive, but it's worth it. Cheers, buddy. Heather, there's so many people that are giving me the things. It's crazy. I'm so appreciative right now. There's so many nice people out there. People always complain about people trolling and there's so much negativity on the internet. But I feel like we have such a rad community that when I come on here, I feel like I don't even worry about that. All of you guys are so supportive and so down. I don't know. It's a good feeling. Like, you guys make me feel like I should do this more often, and I think I might. I just take the time to connect with you guys and hang out. Yeah. Scouts out. We're going to, I see you, buddy. We're going to Santa Cruz in about a week and a half. That's going to be super fun. Kaz asked, have you ever thought of doing a teaching group ride? Yeah, I guess, but I always think of myself as not worthy of teaching people. I don't know. Like, who the hell do I think I am? I'm no pro, but I think I could teach the basics. But when we go on group rides and stuff, I'm always down to answer questions and help people like overcome the first jump, the first gap, the first drop, the first shoot. So maybe that's something to think about. I get people asking me a lot of time to do guided trips. I always just send them to certain videos and stuff like that. But if someone's from outside the area, I know that could be super helpful. Anyway, yeah, I have thought about it. Let's see what else we have going on in here. I told my wife I would do about an hour, so I got about 5-6 minutes left, you guys. Some last minute questions in here before I jump ship. What do you got? Damn, Darth Trezo, 1999. The 99s are back. Funds for MTB and tuna fishing went off the bike. Yes. Thank you, sir. Tuna fishing for sure. Hot tuna fishing. Cheers, my friend. My wife's giving me the weird eye. She doesn't know what that means, and I'm not going to even get into that. But anyway. I heard Ted's is awesome too, Brett. I haven't ridden there yet. What else we have in here? What else we have going on? Have you ever dealt with injuries before? I'm in a tough spot right now because I have a broken arm that I created off a jump like 6 weeks ago, and I still can't ride till April. How do you stay positive? That's a good question. Babu, the way to stay positive is just to find some stuff in the meantime that's going to make you feel content. Like if you don't have mountain biking, what else do you have? There's got to be something else in your life. For me, it's like my family, my wife, my dog, video games, reading. It's as boring as that might sound. Just something else to help pass the time, because if you're doing something that you care about, then the time goes by a little bit quicker. You know what I mean? It's like the same idea if you're at a job that you like. If you're at a job you like, it's not really work, right? For me, that's always what it's been. And I say that it's easier said than done, because being hurt and off the bike is super frustrating. And I totally know where you're at. The days just kind of sit there, but try to find that secondary passion if you have one, or look for it if you can, because it's there waiting for you, even if you don't see it yet. I know you've got it. Hopefully that helps. Do some trail guide stuff for North LA. See me Pasadena. Yeah, I've done Pasadena. I would like to get back there. I'm supposed to ride with Henry Golding over in Santa Monica. He's been in Hawaii, he just got back. So we're supposed to head over there. So that will be coming up soon. Angel K wants to know, what's the hardest trail I've ever done? I don't know if I don't think now it would be the hardest trail I've ever done, but at the time it was the Grudge in Simi Valley. This was probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe, when I first started the channel, and I didn't know anything about it. I rode it solo and did not know what I was getting myself into. And it's one of those trails where I tell people you should ride not by yourself the first time. Riding a trail like the Grudge solo is just asking for trouble. You need to figure out certain lines, and you need to know that there's features coming. And I didn't, and I just kind of got in over my head. I'd love to go back there now and see where I'm at now, because the me now is a different rider, and that's always fun. You guys ever have that feeling where you learn to ride in a certain trail, and then maybe you took a break from it, and then 3 years later you go back to it, and the stuff that looked insane is now just like basic? Because that stuff is like, I don't know. It's like the old you is still in your head being like, wow, you actually know how to do this now. It's always fun to play that game. Scott Plasic wants to know, what do you have in mind for future group rides? For the next group ride, I'm not sure. I would like to do Laguna. I want to show you guys some of my favorite routes there. I'd like to step it up a notch if we could, and do some more gnarlier trails. Maybe we split up the group and do a blue and then a black ride, like a diamond ride. But the first and foremost one I'm working on is, I don't know if you were here, Scott, at the beginning, is the group ride that I'm going to be doing with YT, which is going to be January 15th, 9 a.m. on a Saturday. So I'm going to have the artwork and stuff like that soon. So you'll hear more details on that, but you're hearing here first. What up, Brian Gong? Good to have you in here, buddy. I'm about to sign off, but hello, and goodbye. For those of you that don't know Brian Gong, he is a NorCal Ripper, and does a lot for Northern California mountain biking. Glad to have you here, buddy. Let's see who else. Any last quick questions before I get out of here? I gotta go eat. We gotta have a dinner reservation, you guys, so that's why I gotta go. But we'll do this again. I think I'm gonna do this once a month. This is super fun. Yes, the YT ride at Dog Park. That's where it's gonna be. I'll mention it once now, because I mentioned it right when this live stream started. So January 15th, it's going to be my first group ride with the YT Mill, and we're both going to be promoting it. It's not just Patreon. It's going to be a group ride. If you guys want to get some demo bikes, get in there now and reserve them for January 15th. The ride is on Saturday at 9 a.m. We're going to do, it's an intermediate to black ride. We're going to start off with blue trails and end on a black or two. And then we're going to have some food, some beer, some coffee during or after the ride. We haven't really worked out the specific details yet, but it's going to be me and the YT Mill. So the more the merrier. I want us to show how many people we can bring to this friggin' thing. And let's do it. Let's the more the better. Let's kill it. And that's it. That's what we're doing for the 15th, and that's not too far from now. It's in 2 weeks, and I think they're going to be doing group rides from here on out with like hosted group rides and things like that. So which is going to be cool. And I want to try to get them on some of our Patreon rides too, to bring the demo fleet out for you guys to try as well. Flooded Aquatics. What exercise do you do when it rains nonstop? I just got a gym membership. I just have to get there. That's what I'm at right now. I've been pretty bad this past week with the holidays, eating and having a bit too many of the beers. But yeah, we're getting back on track very soon. We'll see. I have a nice little upper body workout when we go to the gym. Nothing specific, but I just kind of hop around and get the upper stuff going. With the bike takes care of the cardio and the legs. And I think that's it, you guys. I'm a minute over right now. I really appreciate everyone that gave to donating tonight. I just appreciate you guys in general watching the videos every week. I put a lot of time into them, and I appreciate you guys coming out there and putting the time in to watch them and commenting and becoming a part of the community. It really means a lot. Like more than you know what I mean. I'm not gonna get all choked up, but like, this channel started out super small and kind of as an experiment, and it's become a lifestyle, and it's become what's making me live day to day. Like this is what I'm doing right now for a living. So I never thought that would happen. Dreams are coming true as we speak, and hopefully next year even more so. So I just appreciate all of you. I love you guys, and with that, I'll see you next week.